Hey listeners, welcome back to the Black Health Lit universe. This is a space where we can be Black, proud, and healthy. I'm the founder and your host, Rachel Ray Crowder. If you're new here, make sure you follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. I hope you enjoy listening to the Black Health Lit podcast and you apply some of the information that you learn. However, I do want you to know that the information provided here is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute providing medical advice. Hey, today's episode is 3 things to know about the silent killer. So what is the silent killer? High blood pressure or hypertension. It's nicknamed the silent killer because in most cases there are no obvious symptoms. You can literally be walking around, living your best life, thinking absolutely nothing is wrong. And that is super scary for us. It's also important to know that high blood pressure cannot be cured. Once you have high blood pressure, it can be managed though with lifestyle changes and in some cases medication. So let me give you all some quick stats before I dive into how you can find out if you have high blood pressure. The number of Black people in America who have high blood pressure is among the highest in the world, the whole wide world, y'all. In fact, the American Heart Association estimates that about 55%, so a little bit over half, of Black people have, or Black adults specifically, have high blood pressure. What's even worse is that when we have high blood pressure, it's way more severe and we get hit with this chronic condition when we're younger. So, how can we find out if we have high blood pressure or hypertension? The easiest way to know is to visit your PCP, your primary care doctor, general medicine doctor, your family doctor. Ask them for an annual wellness screening. During that visit, they will check your blood pressure and in most cases provide some education, medication, and or resources if your numbers come back high. Also, it's a good idea before that appointment to ask your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, everybody in your family if they have high blood pressure. This way, you can get an idea of whether or not you may be genetically predisposed or it runs in your family. Whatever you find out, you'll want to share that information with your PCP at that annual wellness screening. So, what can we do to reduce our risk and keep an eye on our blood pressure? So, you may have heard health professionals or seen posts on social media that say you must know your numbers first. That's first and foremost. We got to start somewhere. Visit your PCP, like I said before. When they give you that number, you'll know where you stand with your blood pressure. A few things that can help to reduce the likelihood of getting high blood pressure are quitting smoking and exercising regularly. If you have a hard time quitting smoking, whether it's cigarettes, e-cigs, vapes, Black and Milds, whatever your choice of smokes is, ask your doctor for resources. You can also check the show notes for some free resources to help you to quit smoking. Another thing that may be helpful is to ask family members and friends, hey, how did you quit smoking? Like, what worked for you? Was it knitting? Was it chewing gum? Was it medication? Get that information from people around you. It may be helpful. If you're wondering what regular exercise looks like or exercising regularly looks like, aim for 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic activity. I personally like to take a daily walk after work or on my lunch break. Of course, in any situation, though, check with your doctor before you start any new wellness routine. Check out the show notes and for resources and be well.